Go ahead and light up the chat. Let me know. How bad do you want it? Not how bad do you want it, but how long have you been here? I just wanted to see like a couple months, couple days. Okay, just to gauge the room to see where we are. Okay. Yes, keep putting it in there. Yes. Well, welcome. If this is your first one, if this is your 10th one, welcome to Newbie Circle. This is the space just for you as a new, yes, come on, 4 days. As a new business owner, this is the space for you to just get your mind right, to be welcome, to know that you have a community, a sense of community, and that this is your safe place. I wanted to start off today with Eric Thomas' video because he's always very like motivational, get you pumped up, but also get you in the right perspectives to just think about how bad you want it, why you want it, right? And then what's going to happen when you get it. So just think about that as well. And so since we have someone so new, I just wanted to put your mind at ease. Starting the new business, yes, it's exciting. It's also, it could be very like nerve-wracking, but I want you to know, I was in the retail HR space for a while, and I did a lot of orientations, onboarded a lot of people, and I found some similarities when it comes to the business and when you start a new job, right? So when you start a new job, you go in, you don't have a clue. Like, you know what the job description tells you, but you don't really know what you're walking into, right? Like, you got to go to orientation, you get the history on the company, you get some paperwork on like what's your guidelines, what you're not supposed to do, your uniform, what you have to wear. You get the training, you have to do the training modules, you get your schedule, you get all of those things, benefits, all of that. The same thing happens here. So when you join here, you get your one-on-one connection with your leader. You get the launch pad. The launch pad is on Facebook. That's the group. That's your training modules, right? So you get that. You get access to boards, which is your OJT, as we used to call it, your on-the-job training. You get that right away. And then what's really cool is that you actually get to be in charge of your succession planning. I don't know if y'all ever had that where they had it like the 30, 60, 90-day plan at work. Have y'all ever had that? Yeah. Drop a one in the comments if y'all had that before. But you actually here, you get to actually set your own succession plan. So you get to say, okay, in 30 days, I'm going to make 500, or in 30 days, I'm going to do this, whatever you want to do. So here you have more ownership of what your success looks like. So just wanted you to know that it's actually very similar to starting a new job, but it's just in a broader perspective, in a sense of like, oh, it's your business and you're in control of it. So just get your mind at ease about that. Hey, y'all, good morning. Welcome for all of you that are just joining. We were dropping in the chat how long we've been here. Just let you guys know, I've been here for 8 years, been around the team for 8 years, so have a little skin in the game, one of your diamond leaders, so definitely here as another layer of leadership for you. So starting off, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Is it like, okay, I just want, extra $200, that'd be cool, I need that for my nails? Or is it like, I need this extra money because I need my light bill paid, I need my car note paid, like my kid needs to go to daycare? Like, how bad do you want the success of your business? How bad do you want it? How bad do you need it to work? And what are you going to do to make it happen? So I'm going to allow you guys to unmute, but I want you guys to speak on that for me. Just let me know, how bad do you want it? It doesn't have to be anything long and drawn out, but I want you guys to share so that you tell yourself and also have some level of accountability so you can work towards what you want to do. Who's going to go first?
Hey, I can go first. Good morning. Hope you all having a great morning so far. My daughter's jacking with me. So I can say When I first started, it was like I wanted it as bad as I could breathe. It has went down. I know it's getting back up there, bringing that momentum back up. But I know I do want it. I know that I'm going to start working this full time, but I need it. That's like how bad I want it. Like I really need it. It's not even about wanting it. It's the fact that I need it to do provide for my children and to just make sure that we have everything that we need.
Sierra, that's really good that you said you need it, right? And then you said you fell down or fell back a little bit. So what are you going to do now to ensure that it happens for you? Because you know you're not at a place where you just want it, you need it. So what are some like tangible things that you can actually put into place? Or do you need help with like, okay, I don't know what to do, So like, what does that look like for you?
Okay, so I had a hard time getting to mute, but so I've started to get back up early in the morning. Okay, sticky butt. Okay, can I just a little bit? I started to get back up early in the morning, getting my Jesus time in, getting a routine for me and my children. The last 2 weeks, my son has been suspended, so I still been getting on the schedule of him being in school, like I'm sending him off to school, so I still get up before him. And get my time together. I've been staying connected with my upline and also using one of our triple diamond leaders. Staying connected to you all, reaching out, asking questions, whatever help that I think I need, even if I think that I can answer the question or something, or I'm talking to somebody, I still send my screenshots like back, like I'm new. I mean, I'm still new because it's still my first year, so just being connected to the fire, really working on myself has helped me, and working on my spiritual part has helped me. So then if I feel doubtful, then I ask for Shanice to pray for me. Or if like I just feel some kind of discouragement, I reach out to Keisha. I just stay connected to you all and get a routine for myself and actually start setting aside time to work the hours. Because I had a one-on-one with Keisha last week, and it's like, she had broke down some stuff that I needed to do as far as in making a routine like I'm going to work. So that's why I actually started getting up. Sorry. I actually started getting up in the morning. Okay. I actually started getting up in the morning, taking my showers and stuff, getting her together, feeding her, just doing whatever I need to do to actually get myself aligned with the business that I'm asking God for.
Yes, that is so good, Sierra. Like, I commend you for actually doing the things, right? Like, if you need help, that's the biggest thing. The easiest way to get help is to ask for it, right? So making sure that you're just like, no, I'm not, I'm gonna just figure it out. That is not the answer, y'all. Like, that is not the way that our community works. Like, we want you to ask questions. We're here for you to ask questions. Like, we need you to ask questions because we want to help you. And then another thing she said was scheduling, right? Get your schedule together. Everybody have a planner. If you have a planner, drop a 1 in the chat right now. If you already have your planner, if you need to get a planner, drop a 2 so we can get you the link to get you a planner. But you need to prioritize your day, and you need to plan your day. You need to know what time you're looking at so that you can actually work your business in the actual windows that you have. Not like, oh, I think I got some time around 1 o'clock. No, looking and seeing that at 1 o'clock, I have to take somebody to school, or at 1 o'clock, I have to, run an errand. So literally knowing what you have to do every day and at the different times really help. And another thing she said was community, staying close to the fire, staying close, like in rooms like this, getting on Monday meetup, getting on Newbie Circle, getting on the power hour, so that you have people around you that are working towards common goals, so that you won't feel alone, so that you'll get that encouragement, that inspiration, or just help, so just making sure that you stay connected. So that's really good, Sierra. Who else?
Hey ladies, I just hopped on. What was the question?
So the question was, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it, or how bad do you need it? And then what are you going to do to get it?
All right, so for me, I want it badly. I am up every day now at 4:30 to get me together, to get my spiritual development, my personal development. I'm being more in the room, speaking up more. I was that one who I can figure, because my upline had left, so that dropped me back. So it was like I can do it on my own. I can figure it out. And I knew deep down I really couldn't figure it out, but me being scared to speak up, I didn't want to speak up. So now that I've been coming in a room and I've been speaking up, and just being here is the big motivation for me. I'm joining the push groups and asking questions in the push groups, and talking to Rachel and then getting everything going. So like me being up, doing my spiritual development, praying on it every day, listening to the scriptures and the preaching that that they've been sending us. Like, it's just been changing my mindset totally throughout me, throughout my home. I've been noticing it, others have been noticing it. So I'm just continuing to do the things, and I see the difference. I've been a little nervous with speaking, like going live on my stories and stuff. So I'm doing that more just to get myself out there. And I noticed that by me doing that, I'm getting more feedback from people as well.
That's so good. Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations for doing it scared. For doing it scared. And you still here. Look, you survived. Okay. So it's not as hard, or it's not as daunting as it seems. So kudos to you for really just sticking it out and just doing it scared. Also, something really profound that you said, you probably didn't even know, that you said your upline left, but you still kept going, right? And that's important to know. Your upline, yes, they brought you to this business, but they're not the reason why you need the business. So you have to make sure that your why is not your upline. And remembering that your why is not your upline. You had a why before you got connected to your upline. Your upline might have helped you pull it out of you, but that why is still your why, whether your upline is here or not. So really connecting to your why and working your business to get your why, whether it's, your kids, your family, yourself, whatever it is, understanding that and keeping that at the forefront. And another thing you were talking about was the spiritual development. And that's so important, because, and that's something that we always talk about, spiritual development, personal development is so key, because I can guarantee you guys, and I'm a witness to it, once you get better with spiritual development, your business will be better, because with spiritual development comes growth in yourself and knowing who you are, knowing whose you are. And so your confidence gets better. It increases. Your confidence will skyrocket. Your audacity will change. Your just the way you move will change, because you are better because of that spiritual development. You know who you are. So it's like, I could do this, like Tamika, I could do this live, okay, God made me, okay, I'm good. I could do this live scared. So congratulations to you. Yeah, it changes things. So good job.
I did want to speak to Tamika in terms of her upline not being here. My upline left years ago, and I've been able to go double, and I will go ambassador, because as Robyn said, I joined this business for me. And what she did was extended the opportunity for me to build a business, not extend the opportunity for her to build my business or for us to build a business together. That's just how it is set up. So we are together, but she extended me an opportunity to build a home-based business. And so it's up to me to take the opportunity that she gave me, regardless if she takes it or not. And so stay encouraged. Rachel is a good mentor to be adopted to. I'm an adopted baby of hers. And so she treats you just as well as you were personally enrolled to her. And so just stay encouraged. And then the fact of the spiritual development, that's when my business completely changed, because I was doing personal development. But the spiritual piece was missing. And that's where my confidence came. Like Robyn said, you know who you are, and like, you know who on your team. So, like, I'm on the winning team. I got the victory, but I didn't know all of that until I got into the word. And so the spiritual development is so important and so crucial. Like, you can't have just the personal and not the spiritual, and you can't have just the spiritual and not the personal. So yes, Tamika.
So good. Nat, are you at work right now, Nat? If not, go ahead and unmute if you're not at work.
No, I'm not at work. I'm just laying down.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Because I had saw you have put we wrote in the chat, but come on and speak. Come on, and we all in the living room together. We're here. If you guys are not at work, you should have your we should be able to see your face. I don't
Well, I
care.
can't right now because I have others in the room.
Okay, no, that's fine. Like, if you're not presentable, that's fine. But scarves. Come on, Ashley, with the bonnet. We are in the living room together in the house. So come on in the room if you can. You're at work, I understand, but your video, come on, bring it on. But go ahead, Nat. You said what were you doing?
So I work in the health field Monday through Friday. I'm a medical assistant. So I work from home now. So my days can be hectic as always because I work for 3 different states. So it's like out of control sometimes. So in the morning, I have to pray, really, 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 really pray and get my day started. So once I get my day started from work, I'll be done hopefully sometimes by 5 or 6, even though I get up at 6 in the morning. So once I'm done from my job, I focus on this. So I'm like, okay, I can do this for at least 2 or 3 hours. It gives me a release from my day job to like, okay, now this is I can focus on. When my day job is a little chaotic at times. So then in the weekend comes, I'm like, cool, I got all day to spend time and not think about my full-time job, because that could be overwhelming, and I can focus on this because I do need the extra money.
That's good,
But
though.
praying has really been helping me, like, oh my God.
No. That's good. Well, thanks for showing up. Okay. Like, out of like you said, your hectic schedule, you're still making it happen. It's no excuses, right? Because you something that you want. You say you need the extra money. So although you're a hectic day, 8-9 hours or plus, you're still going home to work your business for 2 to 3 hours. That's commendable because you put in your mind that you need the extra money. And a lot of times, we will create excuses, right? We will create the space for excuses like, oh, I had a hectic day, so I can't work my business. But you had a hectic day and you still need extra income. So why not work your business, right? Why not? It's from your phone. You can lay in the bed and send messages, right? You can sit on the couch and watch Netflix. You can sit on the couch and work your business. Like, if we're being honest, right? And then on the weekends, yes, that's your time off of the weekends, but you can still work your business even if you're out and about. You're at the mall, you could talk to somebody at the mall. People at the mall are usually part-time workers, okay? So they're needing extra income too. So those are people that you could be talking to about the business. Hey, you got a Facebook? You're so nice. Like, your customer service is so good. Like, do you do this full time? And just make connections that way. Just fitting it into your daily walk is so important. I'm sorry, Nat, what were you saying?
Your phone froze up.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah, you're back. I don't think you were ever frozen on my end.
Oh, okay. Were you trying to say something else, Nat? I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's really good, y'all. the no excuses, because I've done full-time, I've done a full-time and a part-time, and I was still able to do this business. Why? Because I decided to. Because honestly, in a full-time, 8 hours or more, you get 2:15s in lunch. Well, legally, that's what they're supposed to give you, most states. I know some places they like you're supposed to get the 15s, but not so much. And you're supposed to get the 30s, but sometimes that's not all the time, and it's so wrong. It's so wrong, but I've been there. I know what that looks like, and I've been on the leadership level, so I already know. Especially in retail, especially around this season, it's crazy. So, but if you do get those times, you can work your business. 15 minutes, you could talk, you could send them a lot of messages out in 15 minutes. You could put a post on your stories, you could put a post on your wall, you can send some messages out in 15 minutes. So it's just utilizing those small windows to be effective, to produce what you need to produce. So really good things. Go ahead. Who's next? Who wants to share?
I do want to put just a reminder out there, or just a tip. As much respect as you put on your job and your 9 to 5, make sure you put that same respect on your business. So regardless if you had a hectic day, if you got family drama, if you got this, that, the third going on, it's a party or a gathering or something going on. If you were scheduled to work, you would miss it. Or you would go in regardless of the chaos. And so just don't give yourself an out because you do have control here. You like lean into it because you do have control here. And so don't make sure that you don't use excuses of a hectic day or whatever to not work your business, because it's kind of disrespectful, because you'll willingly get up and go work for somebody else's dream and build their dream and their business, but then you disrespect yourself by giving yourself a way out or an excuse as to why you can't work your business. So don't be disrespectful to yourself and your own business by not respecting it as the same as you would somebody else's 9 to 5 that they're allowing you to come and work for.
And I truly agree with that, because that's how I feel. Like, why should I put myself into promote somebody else's company and I could do it for myself?
I can see that with your level of commitment.
Who's next? In case you guys need a reminder, the question out is, how bad do you want it or need it? And then what are you going to do to make sure it happens? Like, how are you going to get it? How are you going to go forward? And if you need help with that and you're just like, I don't know, say that too. But go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Well, y'all excuse me, I'm getting ready to go out. I got a function to go to. But how bad do I want what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep doing it. It don't matter who show up, who don't show up, who quit, who don't quit, who don't work their business. I'm still moving. I just got to keep moving. I got to keep trusting him. And, that's the word he's been giving me today is trust. And so I'm still going to trust him no matter what's going on around me, no matter what it looks like. Whether you showing up or you're not, I'm still going to trust him because I know there's something great on the other side. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just still continuing to move. I don't care what it looks like or what you're doing. It's okay. But if you showing up, I'm going to help you. I'm going to do all I can to help you. I'm going to call you. I'm going to say, where you at? But if you don't want to show up, that's okay too. I'm still moving. I'm still going to get mine on the other side. So that's what I'm doing.
I know that's right. Okay, keep moving. Keep moving. And Miss Yania, before you go, congratulations to you for getting your 4-1, just killing it right out the gate. Okay, within the first couple of days. What if you could speak on that just a little bit, like what starting off this month, like what was your mindset coming into the month and making sure that it's done?
Okay, coming into the month, my mindset was, God, you said that you wanted me here And I don't know why you want me here. I'm getting, woo, but I just poured myself into God. That's what I did. And my spiritual development went up. And so I spent every time that I just thought about it, I just thank God. Even when people were telling me no, when people were saying, I'm an order, and then they didn't check out, I said, it's okay. I said, thank you, Lord. And I kept on moving. I kept on with my spiritual development. And I kept on sending messages. I followed up. I did all the things that I'm supposed to do, but I spend more time with God. And so that's what I did. I spent more time with God. And so I found out that I just needed some more time with him. And so my goal is just to spend as much time with him, because he gonna direct my path. He gonna tell me what to do. He gonna tell me how to do it. But I just got to be with him. He wants me to be with him. And so I had to navigate, because so many times we get busy and we get to doing this business and we just thinking it's all about us. And we forget to give him his time. We ain't gonna get nowhere. We can send as many messages or whatever we want to, but we ain't gonna get nowhere if we forget to give him the glory. And so I learned at the beginning of the year, I said, you know, Lord, I said, I done planted all these seeds. I said, you give me the increase. And so those folks with the sitting there shopping carts, I said, okay. And so this week, I've still been sending the seeds, but I kind of stepped back, and then God told me, because my husband, you know, sometimes your family members get in your way. So my husband was home, and my life is a little different when he's here, but I was listening to a pastor, and they were saying, it don't even matter about your children, about your husband, and I said, you know what, Lord? I said, I forgot about you, because I'm worried about him. I said, hey, he gonna be here. We've been here 35 years. If he don't know me by now, he in trouble. But I said, Lord, so I just got back up and got to doing what I was doing, getting up early, like Sierra said, and just giving God his time and spending time with him. So I had to get back to that. So I'm still over here working. And so I'm gonna get where I'm going. I'm just gonna trust him.
Wow, that is so, y'all. That just, you know, God is so good. Like, it's just, I love that. Like, I love that. And like Brittany said in the chat, it's like that just keeps swimming, right? Like, just keep swimming, no matter what you see, no matter what you don't see, no matter who's working, just keep going forward. And she even reiterated what we were talking about, just spending that time, that spiritual development, spending that time with the Lord, and then getting that trust, like trusting that he has your best interest at heart. Like, he's going to take care of you. You just have to keep moving your feet. And then with that, you have the confidence to work your business at a level that you didn't used to work it at. And so no matter what's happening, it's still going to happen. And so that was so good. So good. Such a testimony. Brittany, did you have something to add to that?
Yes, I just wanted to add from a coach's view. So that's from her view. And from my view, looking at what she did in her mindset, it was definitely from the spiritual development that she was doing. She just kept believing and trusting in God that regardless of whatever she was seeing, that her seeds that she were planting were going to become fruitful. So that allowed her to continue to plant seeds regardless of them harvesting or not. And so when I tell you she was working all the way up until the last minute of the day or the month, she was working like that. And so how you end the month is going to be the momentum that you start the next month with. She did not slow down because it was the end of the month and it didn't look as if she was going to hit her goal. She kept working until it was over. It wasn't over until it was over for her. And so that allowed her to be in a position to reap right at the beginning of the month, and all of her seeds just started to sprout. And so it's the just keep swimming. Like, she's the epitome of just keep swimming, because regardless of whatever, like, even sometimes she get me back hype, because sometimes I'd be over here in my little slump and she'd be like, Brittany, where you at? I'm telling you, she keep me on my toes. She is the gift from God for me. And so yeah, it's just it doesn't matter what it looks like to Miss Shania. Doesn't matter. She is always showing up and always showing up expecting. She shows up and she shows up expecting regardless.
That's good. That's good. That's so good. So another question we can ask ourselves is what are you expecting? What are you expecting? What are you expecting God to do in your life? Not just your business, but in your life. And so I want to shift really quick, unless somebody want to jump in on that topic, and you still can after this. But I wanted to ask another question, because maybe it's some things that we're dealing with as a whole. Is what is something that's holding you back? What is something that you feel like is preventing you from getting to what you want? What is something that you know, like this, hey, this is what I'm dealing with this past week, and I need help with this. What can y'all tell me? Because this is a space for that. So I just wanted to ask that question.
I'm gonna hop back in here. I got my baby sleep. So I just love what Miss Ania said, because she touched on so much of that spiritual part that I have been dealing with this past week. So I've been dealing with loneliness and like the codependency thing. So that's why I really been leaning on God more, and then just releasing them things to actually find that out that I had a codependency issue was just like I didn't know it. So like to find that out and then to actually release that to him has made it so much better. But like over this last week, I have been so grateful because I can't say today that I'm delivered from smoking. I have not smoked all week, either no weed or no cigarettes. And that was one of my main things that was like really discouraging me, because it was like, oh, that's the one thing that I did. That's like, oh, I don't have grace, or he's going to get me because I smoked or something like that. So that's what releasing that and giving him more time has helped me to push forth to do so much more and expect more, and to just know that I can ask for whatever that I want and he'll give it to me. To just know that there's somebody right there in my corner that listening to this thing by Joyce Myers is called Being Led by the Holy Spirit. To just know that he's that comforter that I don't have to ask nobody else. I don't have to go to them first. I can go to God and then he'll let me know if I need to go to them. It's just so comforting. And that was just so much of a release for me this week. It was just so, I was just so happy for that.
Thank God. Congratulations. You see us here. We are rooting for you. Okay. We are rooting for you. You can do this. You're doing it. Okay. Just keep going. Keep going. That is so good to hear. You got this. You got this. Take it one day at a time and celebrate those wins. Like celebrate, like, yes, 7 days, like celebrate that. That is huge. That's huge. So congratulations to you. That's so good. Who else?
I had made up my mind. I say I just turned 40 this year. Thank God. So I have 2 adult kids and 1 teenager. So I looked at it like, okay, last year it was bad for me. I lost my grandbaby. And my oldest son was in a severe car accident. So I prayed and prayed and prayed. God help him, make it through. So he made it through. He's doing excellent, even though he still gets on my nerves, but he's doing excellent. He's 23. So then this year comes 11 months later. Last week, my daughter get into a bad car accident in St. Louis. So something showed me like, okay, God, what are you trying to tell me? So she's okay. It wasn't as bad as my son, but she's okay. I brought her back home because she was staying in the dorm there. So she's supposed to be going back to St. Louis in a couple months. So I told her everything's gonna be okay. She's trying to finish. She want to finish school. I say you could do whatever you want to do. Just put your mind to it. If that's what you wanted to do, that's how you started off doing it. Continue. It's just a step back. Accidents happens from time to time. You know, things happen. That's just something just minor. You can get another car. If you just got a life. You made it. You made it through. So I look at my situations of me having open heart surgery when I was a teenager. The doctor said I wouldn't make it to 21. I'm 40. Haven't had any heart issues lately, thank God. And I try to show my kids what their mom can do. I have my bachelor's degree. I can, and I tell them, I say, you can accomplish any dream that you want to accomplish. Pray, that's a key. Believe in God, that's another one. And I just look at, so like life can be great. Life can be great is what you put into it. So I feel like what I'm doing now, I set my goals to 40. When I always say when I turn 40, I want to have this, this, and this. So it's coming to life that I see now because next year I'm gonna buy me me and my husband gonna buy a house. That's what I always want to go to buy a house. I got my car paid off, thank God. So it's like you got to take it step by step, even though some things can set you back because the devil is always busy. And I pray like, God, you know, the devil's busy today. And I rebuke him. So I'm like, okay, so I just look into me being a better person. That way my kids can be, I could be a role model to my kids. And I want them also to be better than me. So that's how I feel. Like I want to set this goal to like you all can conquer anything you want. Cause if I can do it, trust me, days is hard now for you all, for your generation. And I pray every day for all my kids and everybody that's in this world. Like I know that if you all can do it, if I can do it, you all can too.
That's so good. Thanks for that. And just sharing your story of overcoming, right? That's pretty much what it is. Like you're consistently overcoming something, not necessarily one thing, but something every time, whether it's a tragic accident or an occurrence or grief or, you know, addiction, whatever it is, you're constantly, something's always happened, but to be an overcomer and to have that testimony, you know, is, yeah, speak it out and release it. It's really good. So keep sharing that. Is there anybody else that had something that they're like, okay, this is something that I'm dealing with and it's really hindering my business? And feel free to share that here because that's what we want to get free. We want to free you up so you're able to go forth and really be as successful as you want to be in this business. So who's next?
And I want to release you guys from thinking that it has to be something like that's super huge that's hindering your business. Because you want to know what's hindering mine? Sleep. I want sleep. So, I mean, it can be something as simple as sleep. That, and you know, you need to get up earlier. I know I need to get up earlier, okay? But I don't be wanting to when my alarm go off. Even though I run my own time and I can schedule me a nap. I can get up and then do what I need to do and go take a nap. And I know that, but I'm still struggling with that. And so it could be something that simple. So it doesn't have to be like grand, that a grand hurdle. It could just be like, what is it that is hindering your business that you know you need to overcome, or that you need help, like a shift in perspective. Because I mean, I even needed a shift in perspective at one time. So I'm like, I want to run my own schedule. I start this business to be able to get up when I wanted to. But you know that the goals that you want to have, you need to be disciplined. Ain't no you get up when you want to. So, you know, just what is it? Let us help you guys. We really want to help you get over whatever is blocking you, because 9 times out of 10, Robyn's been here 8 years. I've been here 7.5. We've been through whatever it is that you're going through, and we've overcome. And so we can help you with whatever it is, but we have to know what it is.
Okay, I'll go.
Real quick. Oh, go ahead,
Oh,
Keish.
Sorry. So I'm the problem. It's me. Um, Not necessarily the lack of motivation, because I know what I want. I know what my goals are. It's getting there and not seeing it. And then I start doubting myself. Okay, maybe I'm not sending enough messages, or maybe no one wants this product. I mean, I think it's great and I boast about it all the time, but maybe I'm just blowing smoke up everybody's butt. I've been Miss Debbie Downer. And even though I show up, sometimes I don't participate because I get in my feelings because things are not happening the way that I feel that it should. I've been definitely doing spiritual and personal development. I've been making sure that I journal. I just feel like it's not working for me. And it's me. It's not the business. It's not the process. It's not the task. It's me. So I don't know. I show up and I, participate and I, do all of the things, but I know it's me and I just need, I don't know. I don't know what I need. I just know that it's me and I'm the reason. But it's just really frustrating.
Thanks for sharing. Thanks for being vulnerable enough to share, because we've always, well, I'm not gonna say all, I've been there. And what I'm gonna ask you is, what do you believe? What do you believe? You believe in God's ability, or are you thinking about your own ability?
I believe that he'll do it. I think more than anything, I know that he'll do it, but then I'm afraid that when he does do it, then what? In the past, I have started things and not finished, right? And having 3 kids have pushed me to do things and finish them, because I want them to be finishers. I want them to start things and finish and know that, when you start it, you don't just give up. So I'm not going to quit. But then once I finish and I get to the goal, making another goal and finishing that, is a lot of, I guess, anxiety of the old behaviors and just, overcoming those things.
Yeah.
And just being in my head all the time.
Yeah. And so do you journal? You journal?
Yes.
Okay. So this is something that I had to overcome. And it's constant overcoming it and speaking to it. But what it came down to was relinquishing control. Like, you feel like you got to be controlled over everything. Like I have to control the narrative, because like I feel better when I know it's going to happen the way that I can control it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see the messages out, so I can see that, I can see you read it, so I can control, it's like a control thing. And what you have to do is really relinquish that. You have to give that completely to God. Like, yeah, I believe he will, but will you allow him to? Will you allow him to? And then also trust that it's his process in which he's going to do it. Like, you have to, it's a control thing. Like, and I can say this because I've been there, and I'm like, I want it done next week. But God might want it to be done in January of 2023. And I don't know when that is, but I have to trust his process. Like, I have to trust that he's sovereign. I have to trust that he's sovereign, right? I have to trust that all things are working together for my good, right? And so doing that, it makes you be at a mindset where it's like, yes, I don't like this. It's not comfortable for me, God. I'm getting frustrated, God, but help me stay strong, or help me stay disciplined in this process, because you have to go through the process. It's not an overnight success. You know, you have to go through a process. So in order to stay in the process and be okay with it, you're going to need to pray more for it, pray more for it, and just relinquish that control. It's like you're trying to control the narrative. And if it doesn't look like what you want it to look like, you get frustrated or upset. Like I can honestly say, like I've told Rachel, I said, I have a problem not succeeding. Like this is something I've said. I said, I have a problem. Like everything I do, like in school and my old job, like I was the top. Like I have an issue with not being at the top. Like, and it was like, that's a control. Like that's pride. That's like, who says that you're not winning because you don't have 30 customers? Who says your business isn't growing because you don't have 25 distributors? Like who says that? That's not even who, you know, that's something that I put on. That's self-applied pressure that was killing me. So it's like you have to let go of that to allow God to be God. You have to let go of that to allow him to move the way that he wants to move in your life. Because who's to say he's not working on you and your patience and you planting these seeds for him to do it overnight, or for him to do it in a couple days? Like what you wanted, he can do, right? Like he can do miraculous works in less time. He's done it before, right? So that's a no-brainer. But it's just really having that peace of mind, knowing that he's sovereign and knowing that it's in his timing, not our timing. And you're just a farmer and you're sowing the seeds. Like you're sowing the seeds. You're just sowing the seeds and you're doing your job. You're doing what you're supposed to do, knowing that if you don't get weary in well doing, you will reap the harvest. Like you will. It's his word. Like it's facts. You know, so you just have to keep going forward with doing that and just really understanding that he's in control and you're not. And that's a big thing. That's a big pill to swallow if you're that type of person. Okay. So, but once you get it, like it's going to be fine. So be encouraged. I've been there multiple times. But just know that he's in control and he got your back. Like, and with him, you can't fail. It's working. That's the thing. It's working. You're still here. So it's working. Like,
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a struggle with not how, not if, but when. That's my struggle. Like when, God, when. Not if and not how. I know that ain't my business. I didn't got that. But it's the how. I mean, it's the when. And so this is where the statement "just keep swimming" comes from. Because one thing you said was when the circumstances don't look in the way, right, the patience, when the circumstances don't look the way that you desire them to, your work ethic slows down. You don't participate like you would, and that's slowing your momentum down. So think about that meme that you see where the miner is close to the diamond, and because he feel like he ain't getting nowhere, he right there, but he turned around because of what he see and he don't see it, and it's right on the other side. You could be stopping right when you are coming up on your breakthrough. And so you have to keep going in order to even reach the other side, to build your faith in the just keep swimming and in the process. And so you, like Robyn said, you have to be willing to go through the process. If you are tired of starting over, stop stopping. You have to keep going, because that's the only way that you're going to make it to the other side and see that it's possible to get to the other side. I've been here where I done sent out so many messages and ain't nothing, like it's dry on these streets. But y'all already know I hang on to Galatians 6:9. I done said this 50,000 times. Like Robyn said, I can't get, I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I know I am. So I'm not going to get weary and well doing, because I know that whenever it's time to reap my harvest, it's going to be an overflow, baby, because I'm planting these seeds. And so you, again, what are you expecting to happen from the work? And then another thing is when you go to your job and you do your daily task, you're not leaving that job with your hand out at the end of the day for the month to be paid for the work you did that day. You just know that your check is coming. And so that's the same thing here. When you plant your seeds on a day-to-day, yes, there might be a customer or something that comes up from those. But most of the time, my customers from that I sign are not from that day's work. It's from the work that I did on the previous days. And so just knowing that, like you're working, and like the song say, even when I don't see it, you working. Even when I don't feel it, you working. You never stop working. And so he working behind the scenes and you just don't even know. So you got to keep moving forward so that you can see what you have or what you're going to get on the other side.
Hey, I was gonna jump in there real quick because so many things were said that I feel like were geared specifically toward me. A first thing I'm gonna go on is what Brittany said. Like, I've been a server for the past 10 years. So I am one of those people that after I'm done with my day, I leave with my money. So with that mindset, I have to shift it to the mindset that you're talking about, Brittany, because I am used to things happening. And something that Lakeisha said too, I feel like I'm in that phase too, where I'm sending the messages and I'm doing the things. And sometimes I have stopped. And you're right, when you stop, you don't have to start again. And that's something that clicked in my mind because I won't stop. Like this week was a little crazy. I lost 2 people very close to me, but I felt the liberation in me when I kept going. Even when I was sad, even when I was crying, I felt I felt it in me when I just kept sending the messages and kept getting on my host posts and kept doing that stuff, because I know that it will come. But if you do get in this almost feeling of desperation, like, Lord, I know I'm doing the right things, but I know it's also on his time. And I know he's also teaching me patience. Like Robyn said, he can't let it happen for me like I'm used to it happening all the time. It has to be something that's working in me. So I am in that just keep swimming phase, just keep posting, just keep messaging, just keep doing, just keep going, because I can't stop again. I won't stop again. I've already stopped the business before, and I know what my life was like without it. And I know that even if I'm not getting the 30 customers a month, I know the joy and the feeling that I get just being with y'all is something, and it's worth it. And so I feel like that just keeps swimming phase. It gets a little scary, but you're right, just keep praying. And I feel like I have a good relationship with God. I do my Jesus time in the morning and I'm journaling. And like I said, I know what it feels like to feel like you keep doing them things, but I don't want to be the person that's like right on the precipice of my breakthrough and I just give up. That's what scares me more. Like, I'm so close. You've been doing it all this time and then you stop. It's just a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face. And so that's one thing that I refuse to do. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. That's all I want to say. Y'all just hit so many points. Lakeisha had me crying because I get it. Just being there and you're like, I sent out 300 messages and I didn't get not one customer. But just keep going. Like that's it. That swimming phase ain't no joke. You got to get with the Lord. You got to get with God on that swimming phase, because it's be dark and scary sometimes.
Oh. Hey guys. Hi guys. All right. So real quick, so good. I'm so glad I jumped in here. Wanted to say, because I've been there so many times where it's like, man, I'm not seeing what I want to see. And I know we're talking about that. And I just wanted to share one thing that it can be hard, it can be. But one thing I want to share with you guys is God's hand is all around you and he shows it to you. And sometimes you may disregard it. So really start looking for the small things. And he shows us things even in the mundane. So like, for instance, it may be like the smallest thing, like, oh my gosh, my brother called me today, or, oh my gosh, a green light. Sometimes it'd be the smallest things. I'd be thanking for them green lights when I don't want no stop. Okay, for real. It'd be the small things. I'm telling y'all, for real. And look for it, because it's like his favor is all around you. He shows it to you. And sometimes we disregard it because we're not looking for it. So what I did and what I would say is start looking for the little things, right? Look for the little things. Like it could be someone's kindness. It's the little things, and he's just showing like, my favor is on you. I'm with you. Like, I ain't left you. I'm never gonna forsake you. And it's just that's what I had to start doing. For me, is like, God is with me, for me to start looking for the little things, because then I'm even more grateful for the customers. Like, sometimes his favor is not always gonna come in a customer. It can come in so many ways. And I'm telling you, he's with you and he shows it to you. You just got to look for it. And maybe that may help you, because that's what helped me with, like, all right, today wasn't for that, but it was for this. I got this today. Like he, you know, waking up, like, and I know we talk about like waking up and stuff like that, like, oh, I'm grateful, but no, really being truly grateful because somebody really didn't wake up. So it's like, God, it's your breath in my body. Like, you got a purpose for me today. You with me. Like, you gonna have to show up. So just for me, and I wanted to share with you y'all, look for the little things. And I promise you, even after this call, if you start looking for it, he's going to keep showing you so many different little things. You'll be like, oh, okay. And it helps you. It helps you as you move through your valleys. It helps you as you go through. It does, really does. As you continue to keep swimming and moving your feet.
Oh my goodness, that was so good. I'm sorry. I'm going to jump in real quick. That's where I was. And sometimes I still get there. I'm doing the work, I'm doing the things, and sometimes my past will come back up. Went through depression, dealing with family issues, dealing with my son when he got shot last year. So it was so much that was going on, and I would get depressed and I would get down in my feelings and feel as though I wasn't good enough and things not working out for me and nobody's into it, nobody's responding. But with me doing my spiritual development, it's just like, get out of the gut. And I can hear Brittany saying, keep swimming, keep going in my head. So I keep sending the messages, may not get any responses, but I'll still put stories up. I'll still do the things. And then, like she said, you get little signs and it's just like, okay, God, I hear you talking to me. Walking down the street or sitting in the house and some show might come on, and it could be a kid cartoon watching with my daughter. And it's just like, okay, that was for me. I understand what's going on. So that's definitely been helping me since I've been doing the things. It's just keep doing it, keep going. Even if I'm not seeing it right now, I know that eventually it's going to happen for me.
Yes, that's so good. And I want to encourage you guys to see how I can say this, but in your spiritual development, I don't want you all to just be like, okay, SDPD, I read a scripture, or I read, something really quick, or I listened to a podcast. Really have that spiritual development and let yourself develop spiritually. Like, really develop that relationship with God, because just reading a quick, Bible study, like, okay, quick, really like 5-10 minutes, that's not going to be enough. It's going to help, it's going to help. It's good. It's good, but it's not enough for what you're asking God for what you're seeking him for. You're going to need a better connection with him. I don't know if you understood the theme of this call today. Like, even with Miss Yania and me talking, like, you need a deeper connection with him, because the relationship is what frees you. The relationship, knowing who he is, how he operates, what he thinks about you, and how he takes care of you, how he's a provider, a healer, a mind regulator, all those things. Like, you feel better. Like, yeah, you're human, so you're going to have those moments. You might get knocked off a little bit, like, dang, okay, but you're going to bounce back quicker. You're going to bounce back stronger, because you know who you serve. You know the God of who you serve. So I challenge you all to spend more time in it. Sometimes if you have your spiritual development early in the morning, you might need an extra dose in the middle of the day. You might need an extra dose before you go to bed, because the day was a little bit much. You might need it, and it's okay to take it. It's okay to do that. So I just want to, I don't know, that was just something I just felt like I needed to let y'all know. Like, it's okay to have a little bit more of spiritual development. Get your extra dosage in. Ask a friend, like, hey, I'm going through, can you just pray for me? You don't have to tell them all your business. Just be like, send up a prayer. Like, I'll tell Brittany in a second, hey, pray. Okay. Like, just something that simple. Just community, y'all. Community. That's what we're here for. This was so good. This was so good. I'm excited for y'all. The development that God is going to do spiritually is going to pour into your personal. It's going to your personal development. It's going to pour into your business, and it's just going to expound and keep going to everybody that you're connected to. So really great call. I'm going to go ahead and pray us out. Yes, treatment plan. If y'all didn't watch the meeting, Rachel talked about the treatment plan. Or no, she said that on Monday meetup, she was talking about treatment plans. Also, really quick reminder that there are contests going on. So check the squad page and make sure that you guys are entering the contest, getting the things, and being engaged in that. So really excited about that. All right. So Father God, we just come to you right now, giving you honor, giving you glory for who you are, God. We just thank you right now for these individuals that came and set time aside in their business to get their mind right, to get poured into, God, to get inspired, God. We just ask right now that you just fill us up like never before, God. Fill us up with love, fill us up with peace, fill us up with joy and confidence, God. Some of us are frustrated, God. God, just reiterate, God, in our alone times, reiterate and tell us and let us know that we are doing the things that we're supposed to do. And in the things that we're not doing that we need to do more of, God, show us, God. Show us what we need to do, because we want to be more like you. We want to be closer to you, God. We want to do any and all things that we need to do to get it done. So, God, allow us to be in your will. Allow us to be in alignment with what you would have us to do in our lives, not just in our business, but in our daily walks with you, God. We want nothing or no one else but you, God. So, God, please show us in our times what we need. God, we just thank you right now for the increase that you're about to do, the increase of customers, the increase of distributors, the increase of joy, the increase of happiness, the increase of wealth, the increase of health, God, the increase of peace, God. We just thank you right now in advance for the things that you're doing. God, thank you for blessing our sacrifices. Thank you for appreciating our obedience and our obedience to you and your will and your way, God. Let us work our business with integrity. Let us work our business not out of desperation, but with a sense of urgency. Let us work our business with a sense of confidence in knowing that we have the God of heaven's armies behind us, so we can do all things but fail. So God, we just thank you right now. We thank you, Lord. We thank you in advance for these bonuses. We thank you in advance for the Christmas cash bonus. God, we thank you in advance for the promotions. We thank you in advance for all the things that you're doing and all the things that you've done, God. Let us not forget what you've already done. You've done too much already for us to even second guess you, God. So we just thank you for that. And God, we just thank you and we praise you as we go forward. In Jesus' name, amen. Have a great day. It's going to be great. It's going to be big. No. See y'all.